Yo, real quick, I wanted to make a video about my favorite horror anthologies. This is going to be my top 10. I'm going to get through these kind of quickly because I have somewhere I have to be. I just wanted to recommend some that you may or may not have seen. So let's go and get started. Top 10 horror anthologies. Alright, number 10 is going to be The Willies with James Karen from Return of the Living Dead and Poltergeist, and Sean Astin from, of course, The Goonies and Lord of the Rings. Now, there's two main segments and a few like smaller segments that only last like a few minutes. But only one of them is really great. And that's the one of the little boy sees the monster in the boys' bathroom at school. Yeah, that's a really cool one. That's the one that really makes the movie for me. So yeah, I definitely recommend you check it out. The other segments are okay, but it's really all about that one. So yeah. Bunch of kids telling ghost stories in a tent, going camping. So yeah, The Willies. Check it out. It's a pretty good flick. Next is Twilight Zone, the movie. This could probably be a little higher, but oh well. These aren't really any strict order or anything. Mostly it's all about the third and fourth segments on this one. They're just awesome. Yeah, the one with the little boy who has powers and can make cartoon characters come to life, and then the one where the man is terrified on the plane and there's like a monster on the wing, a gremlin on the wing of the plane. Oh yeah, Twilight Zone the movie, pretty good movie based on a great TV show. Next we have The Monster Club, which I have on this VHS, which is hosted by Elvira, yeah, with Vincent Price and John Carradine. Yeah, it's a pretty fun movie. Yeah, it's three tales all about monsters and a wraparound segment taking place at a monster club where monsters get together and hang out and listen to music and put on concerts and stuff, which is pretty cool. There's one where somebody turns into a skeleton, which is pretty cool. It's like a cartoon. Yeah, this is a fun flick. I probably should upgrade to a DVD or Blu-ray if it's on those formats, because I just got this VHS here. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. The Monster Club. Check it out. Next we have The House That Dripped Blood with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, two of my heroes. Yeah. It's a great one. I definitely recommend it. And, yes. The tales are written by the author of Psycho, Robert Bloch, which is pretty cool. Yeah. House That Dripped Blood. Highly recommended. Next we have Black Sabbath, directed by Mario Bava and starring Boris Karloff. This was the first Italian horror movie I ever saw, so it's very sentimental for me. It was the first one I saw and I was instantly hooked. It's pretty creepy too. It came out in 1963, and of course is the namesake of my favorite band, Black Sabbath. And yeah, the tales themselves are pretty scary, especially the last one. So yeah, check it out, Black Sabbath. Next we have Trick or Treat. I'm sure you've probably seen this one. This is just great. Modern day anthology. It's all about Halloween, the holiday. And it's just dripping with Halloween atmosphere. When you think of Halloween, you think of this movie. They do a great job with that. So, like I said, you've probably already seen this, so I'll just conclude by saying it's awesome. No other horror film depicts the holiday Halloween quite as well, in my opinion. Next we have Tales from the Dark Side, the movie based on the excellent series of the same name. This is, a lot of people consider this the true Creepshow 3, and I kind of do as well, because it was better than the real Creepshow 3. Yeah, really awesome movie with three awesome segments, one with the mummy, one with the evil cat, and one with the gargoyle. There's a kid telling these stories to a witch who has him kidnapped and she's trying to eat him. And he's telling her these stories to distract her. And they're pretty fun stories. Yeah, pretty cool. And Stephen King and George A. Romero worked on it. So I do consider it the true Creepshow 3 for that reason. Yeah, brace yourself for some killer stories. Tales from the Dark Side of the movie. Check it out. As for number 2 and number 3, it's going to be Vault of Horror and Tales from the Crypt. The 70s Amicus British horror anthologies. Yeah, these are great. Based on the excellent EC comics of the same name from the 50s, which I'm a huge fan of. He has some great stories in there. The only thing that kind of irks me is that the Vault Keeper isn't in Vault of Horror. But Tales of the Crypt does have the Crypt Keeper, played by Sir Ralph Richardson, which is pretty cool. And of course, it has some favorites, such as Peter Cushing and a few others. Yeah, it's just great. Great movies. If you haven't seen them yet, do yourself a favor and check them out. If you like horror anthologies, this is a great place to start. Honorable mentions, Trilogy of Terror, Cat's Eye, Asylum, Nightmares, Body Bags, From a Whisper to a Scream, Tales of Terror, Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, and Dead of Night. And I'm sure there's several others. If I think of them, I'll leave them in the description below. As for the number 1 best horror anthology, of course, it's got to be Creepshow. Yeah, I've reviewed this on my channel before, and I've talked about it ad nauseum on this channel, so I'll just conclude by saying that my favorite segments are Something to Tide You Over and The Crate. Yeah, Stephen King and George A. Romero combined their genius to bring us these 5 tales of terror that are a lot of fun and pretty creepy too. Yeah, Creepshow. Love this movie. Always been a fan of this one. Ever since I rented it from the video store decades ago. Let's go and include Creepshow 2 as well. Let's say, yeah, I like Creepshow 2 a lot too. My favorite segment in this one being the raft. Yeah, Creepshow and Creepshow 2. Oh yeah. Alright guys, did I miss any? What are some of your favorite horror anthologies? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching my late night spook show here on the Horror and Metal channel. I'm Hellhound. Until next time, later.